Imagine a night sky. It is vast, dark, and filled with silent, glittering stars. For as long as we have been human, we have looked up at this cosmic ocean with a sense of wonder. We see patterns, we tell stories, we ask the biggest questions. What are we? Where did we come from? But sometimes, the universe answers in a spectacular way. A single point of light detaches itself from the celestial tapestry. It streaks across the darkness, a fiery tear on the cheek of night. This is a falling star, a messenger from the void. It is not just a light show, it is a journey. A piece of the cosmos is coming home to Earth. This burning visitor does not simply vanish. It survives its violent journey through our atmosphere. It crashes into the ground, scarring the Earth and ending its billion-year voyage in a new world. What was once a distant, cold rock floating in the silence between worlds is now here. It is real. It is something we can touch. This object, a meteorite, is no longer just a stone. It is a myth waiting to be born. It is a direct connection between our small world and the immense mysterious universe that surrounds us. It is a relic, a piece of heaven that we can hold in our hands. The dream of reaching for the stars has been reversed. The stars have reached for us. Throughout history, cultures all over the world have shared a common story. It is a tale of stones that fall from the sky. These were not seen as random geological events. They were messages. They were gifts, or perhaps warnings, from the gods. In ancient times, without the language of astrophysics and astronomy, our ancestors interpreted these events through the lens of myth and spirit. A rock that fell from the heavens was quite simply divine. It was a physical manifestation of a power beyond human understanding, a sacred object imbued with the very essence of the cosmos. These sky stones were often worshipped, housed in temples, and revered as links to the celestial realm. These legends are written in the bedrock of our oldest civilizations. The ancient Greeks and Romans documented stones falling from the sky and built temples to honor them. The sacred black stone of the Kaaba in Mecca, central to the Islamic faith, is believed by many to be a meteorite, a heavenly stone that fell to earth to guide humanity. In Tibet, sacred statues and tools were said to be forged from ski iron, or tokcha, which we now know as meteoritic iron. These were not just interesting rocks, they were objects of immense spiritual power, believed to offer protection, grant wisdom, and serve as a direct line of communication with the gods. The sky was not just a ceiling, it was a place where the divine lived, and these stones were its envoys. This belief in the divine origin of meteorites gave them a value far beyond that of any earthly treasure. Gold and diamonds could be mined from the ground, but these stones came from a place no human could reach. They were rarer than any precious metal and carried a story that no terrestrial gem could match. They were pieces of a different world, fragments of creation itself. To possess one was to hold a piece of eternity. This made them the perfect material for objects of power, kings and priests, shamans and pharaohs. They all sought these celestial fragments to solidify their connection to the heavens and demonstrate their divine right to rule or to guide their people. The message of these stones was twofold. On one hand, they were a reminder of the immense power of the universe, a power that could create and destroy. The fiery descent of a meteor was a terrifying and awesome spectacle. On the other hand, the solid, tangible stone left behind was a gift. It was a tool, a resource, and a symbol. It told us that the heavens were not empty or indifferent. They were active, engaged, and sometimes they reached down to touch the world. These stones from heaven were the first cosmic relics, grounding our spiritual beliefs in something we could see, touch, and even shape into tools of faith and power. Out of these celestial stones, two powerful forms emerged, like cosmic twins born from the same fallen star. One was the necklace, an object to be worn. The other was the cup, an object from which to drink. At first glance, they seem different. One is for adornment, the other for consumption. But in a deeper sense, they serve the same profound purpose. Both are designed for intimacy. Both are meant to bring the cosmos into direct physical contact with the human body. They are two sides of the same design, to internalize the power and mystery of the universe, to make the divine a part of our very being. The necklace is a circle. It has no beginning and no end. When crafted from a meteorite, it becomes a powerful symbol. It encircles the throat, a place of vulnerability, a channel for breath and voice. Wearing a piece of the heavens here is an act of profound trust and a plea for protection. The cool, dense metal rests against the skin, a constant tactile reminder of a world beyond our own. It is a personal shield, an amulet that whispers of cosmic origins and infinite journeys. The circle of the necklace binds the wearer to the story of their starstone, connecting their finite life to the eternal dance of the cosmos. It is a personal orbit with the wearer at its center. The cup or chalice offers a different kind of intimacy. It is a vessel, a hollowed-out form designed to hold liquid. When a cup is carved from a meteorite, it becomes a tool for the most direct form of consumption. To drink from such a cup is to perform a powerful ritual. The liquid it holds becomes charged with the essence of the starstone. The lips, another sensitive part of the body, touch the rim of the vessel. The act of drinking becomes a symbolic act of taking the heavens inside, of nourishing the body and soul with starlight. It is an act of communion, a moment where the boundary between the human and the celestial dissolves. These two objects, the necklace and the cup, represent the external and internal paths to the same destination. The necklace is a public declaration of a private connection, a cosmic shield worn on the outside. The cup is a private ritual of absorption, a cosmic elixir taken to the inside. One adorns the throat, the other touches the lips. Both are portals. They transform a distant, abstract idea, the universe, into a personal, tangible experience. They are not just objects of beauty or utility. They are relics of a journey, tools for connection, and proof that we are, and have always been, children of the stars. Long before humanity learned to smelt iron ore from the ground, we found a different kind of iron. It was an iron that fell from the sky. This meteoritic iron was a revelation to our ancestors. It was stronger, more durable, and far rarer than the copper and bronze they were accustomed to. Finding a meteorite rich in iron was like discovering a treasure from the gods. This sky iron did not need to be extracted from rock with complex, high-heat furnaces. It was already there, a gift of pure workable metal. This made it incredibly valuable, not just for its rarity, but for its perceived magical properties. It was, after all, the metal of the heavens. Some of the earliest known iron artifacts in the world were forged from this celestial material. In 1911, archaeologists discovered a set of 9 small iron beads in a 5,000-year-old Egyptian tomb. When analyzed, these beads were found to be rich in nickel, a telltale sign of meteoritic origin. These were not just simple decorations. They were painstakingly hammered into thin sheets and rolled into tubes, representing an incredible level of craftsmanship for the time. Placed in a tomb, they were meant to protect the deceased on their journey into the afterlife. They were symbols of power and divine connection, celestial armor for the soul's final voyage. To be buried with iron from the stars was to be eternally linked to the cosmos. This practice was not unique to Egypt. Across the ancient world, meteoritic iron was used to create objects of immense significance. The dagger found in the tomb of the boy king, Tutankhamun, is perhaps the most famous example. Its blade was not made of bronze or gold, but of iron forged from a meteorite. For a king considered a living god, what could be more fitting than a weapon made from the substance of the heavens? This was not just a tool for defense, it was a symbol of his divine authority. It was a message to all who saw it. His power came not just from the earth, but from the sky itself. These early meteorite relics tell us a powerful story. They show that our fascination with the cosmos is not a modern phenomenon. It is an ancient primal instinct. The desire to possess a piece of the sky, to wear it as a bead or wield it as a blade, was a way of mastering the unknown. It was a way of taking the terrifying, unpredictable power of a falling star and transforming it into a source of personal strength and protection. These objects were magical, not because of spells or incantations, but because they blurred the line between the mortal and the divine, between the earth and the heavens. They were technology and mythology, forged into one. While necklaces brought the cosmos to the skin, the meteorite cup offered a more profound union, the chance to drink the very essence of the heavens. The idea of a sacred vessel, a cup or chalice used in ritual, is a powerful archetype found in almost every culture. It is the holy grail of Arthurian legend, the ceremonial bowls of ancient shamans, the ritual cups used in religious ceremonies around the world. These are not just containers for liquid, they are instruments of transformation. When such a vessel is believed to be made from a meteorite, its power is magnified 1,000-fold. It becomes a direct conduit to the divine. Imagine a shaman, a spiritual leader of an ancient tribe, performing a ceremony. The centerpiece of this ritual is a cup, dark and heavy, with a strange shimmering pattern on its surface. This cup was carved from a star that fell from the sky generations ago. The shaman fills it with a secret elixir, perhaps rainwater collected during a storm, or a brew made from psychoactive plants. As the tribe watches, the shaman drinks from the cup. In this moment, they are not just consuming a liquid, they are consuming a story. They are drinking the journey of the star, the fire of its descent, and the silent wisdom of the void from which it came. The meteorite cup is a symbol of communion. It represents the belief that by ingesting something sacred, we can take on its qualities. The legends of such cups often speak of healing, of gaining wisdom, of seeing into the future, or of speaking with the gods. The cup itself is the key, the portal through which these powers flow. The physical act of raising the cup to the lips, feeling its cosmic coldness, and allowing the liquid to pass into the body is a deeply personal and transformative experience. It is a ritual that says, I am not separate from the universe. The universe is within me. This act turns a philosophical idea into a physical reality. The cup and the necklace are cosmic twins, serve as perfect counterparts. The necklace is a constant passive connection, a shield and a symbol worn for all to see. The cup is for a deliberate active moment of union, a ritual performed in a sacred space, often away from public view. One is a circle of protection, the other a vessel of transformation. Together, they represent the complete human desire to engage with the cosmos, to be shielded by its power on the outside, and to be filled with its wisdom on the inside. To drink from a meteorite cup was to do more than quench a physical thirst. It was to satisfy a spiritual hunger for connection to the infinite. What are these objects that have captivated us for so long? Science gives us a clear, yet no less wondrous, answer. Meteorites are fragments of asteroids or comets, ancient debris left over from the formation of our solar system more than 4.5 billion years ago. Most are stone, but some are a mixture of stone and iron, and a rare few are made almost entirely of iron and nickel. When these iron-rich meteorites are cut and etched with acid, they often reveal a stunning interlocking crystalline pattern known as a Wittmann-Statten pattern. This pattern can only form as the metal cools incredibly slowly, over millions of years, in the vacuum of space. It is a fingerprint of the void, impossible to replicate on Earth. This unique nature is why meteoritic iron was so prized. In the Bronze Age, it was the only source of workable iron available, making it more valuable than gold. Its celestial origin was not just a myth, it was a practical reality. It was a superior material that seemed to fall from the heavens as if by magic. Today, we understand the physics and chemistry, but the ore remains. Artists and jewelers still seek out meteorites, not just for their story, but for their unique beauty. The Wittmann-Statten pattern, a testament to a journey millions of years long, is now a feature in high-end watches, rings, and artistic sculptures, continuing the ancient tradition of turning cosmic travelers into personal treasures. Beyond science, the occult and spiritual traditions have always seen meteorites as focal points of immense power. Alchemists, the mystics who sought to transform lead into gold and discover the elixir of life, considered sky iron a key ingredient. They believed it contained the primal essence of the cosmos, the from which all things were made. In many shamanic cultures, meteorites are power objects, used in healing rituals to draw out sickness or in vision, quests to journey to the spirit world. They are seen as living entities, imbued with the soul of the sky. This belief transcends any single religion, appearing in different forms all over the globe. These stones were not just passive objects of worship, they were active participants in human spirituality. Some religious sects and New Age beliefs continue to revere meteorites, using them for meditation, believing they can align chakras or channel cosmic energies. The falling star itself is a powerful metaphor for a divine being descending to Earth, a hero arriving to change the world, or a soul falling from a state of grace. Whether viewed through the lens of science, religion, or mysticism, the meteorite remains an object that forces us to look up and consider our place in the grand scheme of things. So, what does it mean to wear a piece of a star around your neck, or to own a cup carved from a cosmic voyager? In our modern world, we are surrounded by technology that brings the universe to our screens. We can see images from distant galaxies and watch rovers explore other planets. Yet we seem to have a deeper, more primal need. We long for something real, something tangible. We have a universe of digital information, but we still crave a universe we can hold in our hands. A meteorite object satisfies that craving in a way no image or video ever can. It is not a representation of the cosmos, it's the cosmos. This desire connects us directly to our ancestors. The same sense of wonder that led an ancient Egyptian to treasure a meteorite bead is the same wonder that drives a modern collector to acquire a fragment of a Martian meteorite. It is the desire to own something that is not of this world. In an age of mass production, a meteorite is a symbol of ultimate authenticity. It has a story that is billions of years old. It has traveled farther than any human ever has. It has witnessed the birth of planets and the death of stars. To hold it is to hold a piece of deep time, a silent witness to the grand cosmic drama. The necklace and the cup, those ancient forms, are still with us. People wear meteorite pendants as a statement of their fascination with space, a personal connection to the great mystery. While we may not be drinking elixirs from meteorite chalices anymore, the symbolism remains potent. The act of bringing a cosmic object into our personal space, wearing it, touching it, displaying it, is a modern ritual. It is a way of saying that the universe is not just out there, it is also in here. It is a part of us, and we are a part of it. These objects anchor our imagination and give physical form to our cosmic dreams. In the end, the story of meteorite relics is our own story. It is the story of a species that looks up at the night sky and does not just see darkness and light, but sees meaning, possibility, and connection. To wear a piece of a fallen star is to carry the memory of its fiery journey. To drink from a celestial cup is to imagine tasting the infinite. These acts, ancient and modern, collapse the immense distances of space and time into a single intimate moment. They bring the vast, silent, and mysterious universe close enough to touch, reminding us that we are not just living on the earth, we are living in the cosmos.